everyone, I'm Danny. Welcome back to my channel, Pocket or Two. So I thought I would do a Friday sews vlog today to give you a little update on what I've been sewing and also to talk about some of my sewing plans. So the first thing that I've been working on over the last few weeks is quite a major project, was the Viki Sews Martina coat, which is hanging here in the background. I'll insert some footage of me wearing the coat so that you can see the finished item, but I'm so pleased with this. I'm just going to grab it from the door. So there are just lots of amazing things that I can say about this coat. First of all, Viki sews drafts for different heights. So I'm only kind of 5'2" on a good day, so I was able to make a kind of a full length coat which actually is appropriate for my height without having to adjust or shorten it. So it's made from a mohair blend fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, really reasonably priced. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but it wasn't a lot for a coating fabric. And then the lining is a lining fabric that I got from Fabric Godmother, and I was going to use a different one previously, something from my stash, and I thought actually if I'm making a full length coat, a winter coat that's going to last, I'm going to get a proper lining fabric for that and kind of do it properly. So it's such it's a really interesting make. It's a lot of the instructions are what I imagine are kind of tailoring skills. So it's, you know, for an advanced sewer. I'll admit that some of the steps I didn't do. So there's a lot of recommendations that you pin, then you hand baste, and then you sew on the machine. And I didn't do that. I pinned and sewed on the machine. I don't have the patience for those kind of techniques. And there are other things like kind of hand basting certain elements to keep them in place while you sew the rest of the coat. There is quite a bit of hand sewing involved in kind of in the precision, I guess, of sewing this coat. But the instructions are absolutely fantastic. You get walked through every stage. There wasn't anything that I thought was confusing, so I'm really pleased with this. I will definitely be sewing more Viki Sews patterns. So the coat has four like these giant snap fastenings, and then it also has a belt as well, and you put the belt loops into the side seams. So it's an oversized coat, but it's belted as well, so you can have that kind of waist definition. It's got welt pockets, it's fully lined, it's got a vent at the back as well here. So yeah, it's absolutely lovely. The only thing I will say about it is because of the nature of the fabric, it's quite heavy to kind of hold like this. When I lift it up to put it on, I always think, oh, that's quite a weight. But yeah, so that's the Viki Sews coat. What else? So after that I did what I'm calling a palette cleanser, and I went to sew the Kalle shirt, the Closet Core Kalle shirt, which is one of my tried and true absolute favourites. And I made it out of a beautiful crisp Deadstock X Designer cotton that I got from Fabric Godmother, which is a dog print. I'll put photos. I've not got any of the fabric here, I've not got the shirt with me, but I'll insert photos. The only problem with that is because the cotton's so crisp, it creases so easily. Like the photos I'm putting in, I wore it for a day, and it was so crinkled. I'm thinking about investing in a steamer just to take the creases out of things like that, but we shall see. What else have I been up to? So plans In terms of sewing plans, one of the things that I want to do is make some pyjamas, and I've been looking at the Closet Core Kalle pyjamas, and I keep looking at them and thinking, do I invest in that pattern? I get it as a PDF and print it because I hate tracing, and then I thought I've actually got a pyjama pattern, a quick sew one, which is this one, which I think came free with a magazine. Yes, it did, with Sew Now magazine that I've had in my stash for years, and it's not a million miles away from the Kalle pyjamas. It's not got the piping, but I think if I can sew this up you know, as is, then I can probably figure out how to put the piping in. I can also maybe curve the collar seams if I was interested in doing that as well. So I think I'm probably going to make these and then see where I am. The only thing is I'm out of tracing paper at the moment. I'm just deciding whether or not I just cut straight into the pattern. Like, once I've cut the size that I want, I'll probably just stick with that anyway, and I can shorten the arms and the trousers if I need to from those cut pattern pieces, because it was a free pattern. I'm kind of thinking maybe I just cut into that, and it's not something that I know I'm going to love yet. The good thing about this is that the ease is on the actual pattern, so I can figure out what size I actually really need, because I rarely sew with big 4 patterns, because every time I've done it they've either been like ridiculously oversized. Like, I made a hoodie for my partner years ago, and it came out absolutely enormous, and I cut the size for his measurements, and it kind of puts you off when you're spending so much time creating a garment for it not to fit properly, especially when you're sewing for someone else as well, which is also you know, taking away from time for sewing things for yourself, and then it doesn't work and it's a bit disappointing. But this does have the finished garment measurements, so I know which sizes I need to cut for the top and the bottom. I've made the Nina Lee pyjamas in the past as well, but I wanted to try something a little bit more kind of traditional, oversized shirt and bottoms, loose fit. And the fabric that I have in mind for this is this that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. So it's not a cotton, I think it's a rayon or a viscose. It's really soft, and I ordered it thinking I was going to make a shirt from it, and when it came I realised it's not completely my colours. The khaki doesn't, I wasn't as in love with it as I thought I would be when it arrived, so that's why that's earmarked for pyjamas. I've got some more bra making supplies as well, so I think I'm probably going to try and make another bra in the next couple of weeks. And I have been using the Harriet bra pattern. I can't remember the name of the company, but I've made a few of those. The other thing that I keep thinking about is that I've got this amazing architecture, again another, I think it's a viscose, that I've had in my stash for so long, and because it's so precious, I'm a big fan of modernist architecture, and I really want to do this fabric justice, but it's got to the point where it's just sat in my stash for too long, so I'm wondering whether I make a Rita shirt dress out of it for summer. And I might even have enough then to make a shirt as well, but I've got like a substantial amount of it. I'm not quite sure how much, but there's a large amount of this, and I always enjoy the Rita shirt dress when I wear it, when it's the green version that I've got that I made from a viscose. So I think I might do that with this. I think that is on the cards. Again, I might have to size down my pattern before I can make that. I've got a few linens as well hanging about in my stash. I've got a black and a cream, and I've got this pink and cream stripe, and I'm thinking about something, maybe the Olya shirt for this, or maybe something a bit more of a summer dress, kind of like a shirt dress or something like that with this. I'll have to have a think about it, but they're on my mind as fabrics that I want to sew up soon. I'm actually having a trip to Brazil, and so I'm wondering if the linen things need to be sewn up in time for that, so that I've got something weather appropriate to wear. I think it'll be about 20 degrees when we get there, so not super hot, but still warm. And the other thing that I have on my mind is this Deadstock. It's well, it's a Keith Haring print, so some of you might know I'm an art historian. I've actually got the dog print in the background up here, and it is sports fabric. It was listed as, it's from Fabric Godmother, and it's like, it was recommended for making things like swimming shorts, but I've got it for a lightweight jacket. It's a navy base, you know, something like a lightweight jacket for summer I think would be nice. And I did pick up this issue of Easy Birder, and this coat on the front, this bomber jacket appealed to me, and they've made it in a sports fabric in the medium length, but I'm wondering whether I could make this length, but I kind of want to try it before I cut into the Haring fabric, so that's something else that I might make in the future as well. So that's where I am with my sewing at the moment. I feel like I'm sewing more regularly again. As I said in my last video, I've got a dedicated sewing space now, and I will do a little bit of a tour of that. I mean, there's not a lot, this is this is kind of it, but I will do a bit of a tour of that maybe for you in the future. If you want me to go into more detail about the Viki Sews coat, if you want a separate video for that as well, do let me know in the comments below, because I'm trying to think about what kind of content you might like. Oh, what I'm wearing, this is the Megan Nielsen Jarrah sweatshirt, and I hacked it to do a balloon sleeve, so it's got longer ribbing on the bottom and a balloon sleeve. Now I made this in the old size, so I could probably size down a little bit now. I made it quite a while ago, and the fabric's gorgeous. It's from Higgs and Higgs, but unfortunately it's bobbled really easily, and I have worn it a lot, but it did start to bobble quite soon, which is a shame. I'm sorry about the dog in the background. I've had to shut him out of the sewing room because he was scratching at the door to leave, and he's obviously heard something outside. So I think that's probably about everything for now. I just wanted to pop on and talk to you about my plans, and to show you my Martina coat as well, which I'm so pleased with. I don't know about you, but as a sewist, it always kind of amazes me when I get to the end of one of these garments and it looks like a coat, and it, you know, and you feel like you've done a really good job of it. The instructions were so good. I really can't fault them at all. And absolutely lovely. So they've got a big puffer jacket, like a full length puffer jacket or puffer coat pattern that I think I want to tackle next year, because I've got a ready to wear one that I absolutely love, and it's getting a little bit grubby, and I think it might be quite nice to make my own version if I can find the appropriate fabric. So I think I'll do that for next year, but I'm also looking at other Viki Sews patterns now. She's just released another set this week to see what I might want to make next from them. But I am trying to sew my stash, and sew from some of my existing patterns as well, so that I'm just, you know, using what I've already got to create my wardrobe. Okay, I think that's everything. Thanks everyone for your lovely comments on my last vlog as well. I'm really pleased that people want to still watch my videos and engage with my content as well. So hopefully I will be back soon with another vlog and another catch up, and I will see you all soon. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.